What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another Musume video. This one's a little bit different. As you can see on the screen, we have basically the list of cards over here. So simply, I'm gonna be going over the cards, seeing what I believe is the best. So basically, it's kind of a ranking. In general, I pretty much ranked this already by different types. In a way, so I'm doing it by types basically. So thanks to, I think it was Benkei Monogatari, he commented saying that he wanted to see a tier list of support cards in the game. The hardest thing about support cards in the game to rank them is that each card has a different specific skill for, like, maybe probably different stat. I mean, not different stat, different runner, different position, different distance, different, there's different situations in which all these cards can be ranked. In general, the ones that I have here listed is pretty much order from basically these are in columns. So basically, it's the first column, second column, third column. With the third column, though, these are just basically the SR cards, where I just rank which is the best SR cards. So yeah, so I'll try and go this as smoothly as possible. So first of all, we're gonna start with the speed cards. So basically, the best card I feel is with the amount of, like, long distance, medium distance users out there, you can pretty much use Kitasan Black with nearly anyone except for, like, short distance runners. But you can use escape skills, for example, because she also does escape skills. So one of the skills that she's basically really good at corner skills. So for example, she has speed up at corners, be good at corners, long distance corner. There's a lot of different corner skills, but she also does concentration, which several cards do have the same concentration. It's basically you have a better start at the finish line. And of course, she has, like, kind of like a position sense from Teo's skill, but it's basically just for escape. Basically, people who are runners. She also has a corner recovery, and she's just really good, especially at perfect convex. So perfect convex is basically you basically got all copies for 4 copies or 5 copies for the card, and it's like level 50. That's basically what it is. So we have Twin Turbo next, and she's just really good for escape. So if you don't have, so basically if you're using, like, Saiyan Sky, Mihono Bourbon, you could use Twin Turbo for escape for the position that she has. So the next one is probably the best short mile card you could have, is Biko Pegasus. Of course, if you have it convex, whether it's convex or not, these are still in the same order. I kind of just went along with that. But just short and simple, short miles, short distance, and mileage. And then Sakura Bakushino, short distance as well. Tokai Teo, she's good for leaders and medium distance, but also she is let's see, there's so many skills for middle distance, and she has an excellent speed frame that can be used for general purposes. So basically, she's a good all-out card that's pretty easy to, like, bond with. Looking at her skills, she does have position sense in there, flexible lightning step. So pretty much skills that avoid you from being surrounded. There's a lot of those in there. And then she also has an endurance recovery called Light Steps, good for middle distance, so medium distance. And then let's see, Kawakami Princess. She's good for, just like Teo, she's a leader, medium. Then we have one of my favorite cards that I personally like to use. It's a special week card, which I would use from friends. So basically, if my friends stop using special week, this special week card specifically, then I won't be able to use it anymore. Sadly. But honestly, to me, that's one of the best speed cards out there. Um, really good for leaders. Between is rarely any skills for it, but it's also good for medium distance. One of her skills called Gluttony. Of course, that's the skill that I be talking about. Let me just read it out to you guys of what it does. So basically, endurance recovers in the middle of the race. So in the middle of the race, she will just recover her endurance. That's pretty much it. And then she also has the same skill that looks like it's from Kita-san Black, which is a separate belly tank. The energy to run is slightly revived when the power is fully exerted. So basically, I guess when you're fully out of stamina in the long distance, you just regain more endurance. Sweep Tosho, she's good for Chaser Medium, basically like Narita Taishin, Hishi Amazon, so anybody else, Gold Chip. So basically characters like those. We have Nishino Flower, she's good for leader. Miles, let me actually add Elder for Miles. I think she has one thing, something about Adorable or Charm. General purpose skills can be acquired for Charm, which can be acquired through one of like the events. She has very high initial bond gauge friendship that occurs early, and major support effect are aligned in free convex. So I don't really know what that means, but I'm just reading what I see information about this card. Then we have Gold City, good for Miles, but if you have Biko Pegasus, you don't really have to use her unless you're, or even like Nishino Flower, you could use them before Gold City. I personally use Silent Suzuka because she does escape medium. So when I use like Saiyan Sky or what else do I use? It's pretty much it. Saiyan Sky, or I don't really have much leaders. Or if I put like maybe McQueen or someone else to the escape position, then yeah, I would use it. The gold chip card that we got, that you get level 50, obviously is good for chasers, so like Narita Taishin and long distance as well. And then last but not least, this last SSR speed card would be the Narita Brian, which is good for leaders, long and medium distance. And it's actually the least, it's not the best SSR speed card, but I still use it because it was free. And you can't really complain with free. I mean, you gotta work with what you have, right? And then as for the SR speed cards, we have, what's her name? Shinko Windy, which is good for leader and Miles. Sweep Tosho again, Chaser Medium of course. Aishin Flash, good for betweener positions, betweener runners. King Halo, good for short distance, but she also has good corner recovery. I will mention that. And then Narita Taishin for the chasers. So let's move on to the stamina, obviously. Arc Maestro is all I gotta say about Super Creep. That's all you need to know about Super Creep. Arc Maestro. So if you ever want to use a stamina card and you don't have Super Creep, I'd say use a friend Super Creep because there's a lot of those out there. What's her name? Sakura Chiono O? Is that her name? Sakura Chiono O. I guess I have sisters with Sakura Bakushino. She's good for leaders, medium and miles distance. Saiyan Sky, escape, long distance. Winning ticket. This is from the summer event. Good for betweeners, of course. Satono Diamond, betweener, medium distance. Measure McQueen, which you can get from her story. Good for leaders and medium distance. Also, she has like a green skill where you can do better in Kyoto race courses. Tamamo Cross, good for betweener positions and medium distance. Rice Shower, again, you can get her from a story. Good for leaders and long distance. Gold Ship, Chaser Long. And this one you get from if you bought the DVD or the Blu-ray. Just as good for escape positions. Now for Zeno Rob Roy and Manhattan Cafe, they are actually listed. I would say they're a little bit better than Rice Shower, Gold Chip, and this column right here, along with Mayano Top Gun. Mayano Top Gun is pretty much good for like general skills. She's like good general purpose. Because she has skills like let me take a look at her skills. She also has concentration, so you don't really have to worry about it. But like she has so many different like generals good skills, whereas like slightly increased speed in a straight line, good at corners and speed up slightly, or a slightly better turnaround when front is blocked by the last spurt, or flexible, taking the course a little bit better at the end of the race, or straight line recovery. So basically, my auto Top Gun is good general purpose skills. So if you don't have Super Creep, use my auto Top Gun. It's not bad at all. I don't think I talked about Zeno Rob Roy, so she's good for later medium, and Manhattan Cafe is good for long distance. So there's a lot. So a lot of these cards can be used, regardless of if you want to call it tier list or not. Because if we're just gonna go by tier list, of course, like it can't be fair because not a lot of people will have all these cards fully maxed out or anything. But if we're gonna go by tier list, I can easily say just a quick tangent. I can easily say like Kitasan Black, Super Creek, Tazuna would be like easily up there in the top 3 because Tazuna is actually used a lot because she's a really, probably not the best friend type card, because we don't really get that much friend type cards because there's what, the Aoi one, and then just the regular rare one. So literally Tazuna is the best friend card out there. And I guess to back it up, it's like I was gonna talk about her later because I have her here for like, I guess like other cards, mentionable cards, like honorable mentions. But for Tazuna, like general purpose, like I guess I don't know what money skills mean, but like concentration. This one also has concentration. 2 of them actually. You can get a gold skill of concentration. This is basically you'll be good at starting and will have less time to be late. Although the problem with like these cards is like a lot of these cards generally don't do really well for you unless you have like 2 dupes in them, I guess, maybe, or even like 4 dupes in it. So it's kind of hard to really rank these cards because they all have different, like I said, they all have different uses. So let's say, before I move on to like the power, let's say you're using, actually let me pull up my game. I have my game right here. So let's say we're using, let me do something completely different. Let's just say Air Groove, right? Let's just pick 2, whatever. Alright. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? Instead of Air Groove, we'll just do Amazon. Why not? Alright, so Hishi Amazon, she's what? Chaser, and then she can basically do everything if you fix it, but we're not gonna take time to fix it. So miles to long distance, so basically like what? If I don't follow what I usually do, so here, Amazon. So let's see, let's go through my friends. So automatically I would probably look for something that can help me out. Ooh. Actually, let's look at my cards first. So I'm gonna use her as a chaser, and then her growth rate is between, it's in power and guts, so we can use that with Scarlet, of course. And since she does use guts, we'll bring in the guts cards. Although I am not talking about any guts cards in this tier list because the guts cards, if I look at like different websites, there's a lot of them where they're below like what I think is like the best average, which is like around 8, which is, I don't know if it's fair, but honestly, if I look at this list, the guts cards aren't really that great rating wise, so I'm not even gonna talk about them. But for me, I personally like using them because they're easy to a lot of them are easy to obviously let's not show that. Yes, I listen to music while I do this, so Um, you've probably seen it already, but yeah, I do listen to music while I do this just to keep me thing. But you guys don't hear it. But let's see. I got sidetracked there. So we'll probably want to do speed this time. We'll probably be good with 1 power. So let's bring in stamina. If I wanted to, we could do Super Creek. But I thought I seen like a Sweet Tosho here somewhere. If anything, I'll probably grab this just in case. Because I know I used a Sweet Tosho as a friend before, but I was probably in my other account. The other account. So yeah, we'll just go with what we have here, right? So we have 1 stamina card. Obviously, we want at least something. Or if anything, I'll get rid of it and then we'll still pick it. But I could probably do something like this, you know, or if we want to let's see. I mean, if I had this at level 50, I'd use it. But you don't want to use this, then we could probably just 2 2 1 1. I'd do something like this, honestly. Can I use her as a... Yeah, I could use her as a leader. So if I use her as a leader, it changes everything. I could pretty much do that. Bring in the Brian card. And then, since she only really does betweeners, could just switch that. And then, if we really want to put a stamina card that's good for like leaders, then we could probably just do this. Most of these cards are free. I mean, all these cards are free. Yeah, so basically, I would go with something like this. If we want to do SR cards, then we could do... Do I have Sweet Tosho here? I don't have Sweet Tosho here. So if I had a speed card, I'd probably use Sweet Tosho. Or instead of Brian, we could use my Kitasan Black. Instead of... Or if we use it as a betweener, can we use it as a betweener? We could use it as a betweener as well. We use it as a betweener. Could bring back this power card. She's actually good for leaders, believe it or not. But we could use her also for like miles or medium distance skills. So that's the best thing about like these cards. You could use them for multiple different purposes, as long as it fits. Excuse me, as long as it fits their criteria, you know. So like Kitasan Black, Amazon may not be used for escape, but I can use it for long distance. And then even the special week card, there's like a skill or two that I can use for betweeners. Why not? Or if I don't want to use special week, I'll just switch it up to... let me look at this. Betweener... There's not much betweener, but like I saw Aishin Flash here earlier. I could probably just use the friend Aishin Flash. So it doesn't matter. So it's just pretty much how you want to use your cards. So let's go now to the power. So we're gonna go to the power. If you guys don't see the iTunes things in the bottom right corner, it's because I just decided to cut it out, just so you don't see it on the screen. So we'll talk about power. So probably the best one out there, if we're talking about like in general, I guess would be like Yaino Muteki, which is good for leader and medium distance. Where you also have this is wrong. This is not runner. It's not runner. It's for leaders as well. My bad, guys. Let me fix that. So leader, medium, mile. So basically, you could use her for the same purpose as Yaino Muteki. Plus medium and mile. Can't go wrong with that. Vodka, basically the same thing, but for betweeners. She does have one good skill, which is called what's it called? A breath of improvement, which is recovers in a straight line. Endurance recovers in a straight line. And then, believe it or not, this is actually a really good card for power. If you want to use powers for leaders or mile medium distance, which is the Daiwa Scarlet one that we got from the event in that just passed. And then you just seen this. This is from the story winning ticket. Smart Falcon, good for escape. El Condorpasa, good for... That's not runner, that's leader as well. Leader and medium distance. What's the name of this card? Bamboo Memory. Betweener, mile, sprint. I guess sprint is basically just like when you're sprinting. And then this one, the Teo and McQueen card. Good for runner. Runner? No, leader. What am I doing? Leader, long distance, and medium distance. But there's so and so, even at full convex. Which if you do have this card, I would pretty much still use it, regardless of it being like low rated, you know. I've never used it personally because I don't really use power cards, but it seems good to be perfect for like Teo or McQueen, Cap, because they're all leaders and they all do medium and long distance. As for the SR cards, Nishino Flower is a good one. There's really nothing that stands out with it. I think she's pretty much a good general purpose card. Amazon, Chaser, Helios. She's good for runner, miles. Mihono Bourbon, escape. Biwa Hayahide is good for, like, I guess, general purpose again. Measure Orion, medium. Agnes Digital, betweener, mile, medium. So we're gonna hit towards the end of this because I've actually been talking for quite a while. Didn't expect that. Right here we have the Wise card. So obviously the best Wise card is Fine Motion, but she's only good for like leaders types. But you can still use her in general because she does have good skills. She also has concentration. Saiyan Sky, escape and long distance. Measure Dober, which we did get from another June Bright event. Betweener, medium, miles. I do use her. You guys seen it from past videos. Sunday? Something Sunday. What's her name? Marvelous Sunday. I think she's just a really good all general purpose Wise. If you don't have also if you don't have this Measure Dober, you could also use the SR version of it. This one is Yukino Bijin. She's good for runner, medium. Measuro Arden, good for leader, medium. Machikane Fukukida, good for betweeners. Daiwa Scarlet, leader, medium, miles. And then, of course, these are the two friend cards that you would generally just use. And yeah, of course, Tazana being a better one. But if I was to say the best cards, so it's gonna be hard. Obviously with Wise, I would say Fine Motion, but if you don't have Fine Motion, Measure Dober is really good, especially if you have gotten it through the event. If you don't have her, Marvelous Sunday. I personally have Nice Nature, the Nice Nature one maxed out already, so I'd probably use her over Marvelous Sunday just because it's fully convex, but I'd rather take Measure Dober since we already do have it, even though I have Fine Motion, because of the whole difference with the convex. So that's pretty much why yeah, that's pretty much why I would use it. Can't really say much more. I mean, like, basically for power, if you don't have any of these, you go with Biwa or Nishino Flower because they're good general purpose ones, I believe. But I'd say vodka maybe would be the best choice. Or even Daiwa Scarlet, because yes, it is the free one. For hands down, the best stamina card is Super Creek. because of Arc My Show. But if you don't have her, I say the best SR one in general would be the Mayano Top Gun, but there's so many different skills that you can use off just one card. Even though some people think that it's bad, they're not as good. She's not as good as Zeno Rob Roy, or Manhattan Cafe. But if you don't have Super Creep, or you don't want to use a friend, or you don't have Mayano Top Gun, why not use Rice Shower or Measure Room McQueen? Or of course you could use a stamina card from a friend. For me, when it comes to speed, I'll either use Kita-san Black for escape long distance or special week. That's pretty much all I use. Or this Suzuka for escape as well. If you guys saw me, I didn't have a lot of speed cards. I would use King Halo, Sweep Tosho, Narita Taishin, just to have like a lot more speed cards in it. So basically, like, it's just hard to really rank these cards, to be honest. Maybe for like general usage, maybe, I'm not too sure. But like, if you really wanted to like rank these cards, it's gonna take some time. So generally, this is how I would rank it. So these are the best SRs for speed in the general order. Again, then this one, basically one column, next column goes along with that. But other than that, guys, take a good look at it, screenshot it. I don't know. I'll just leave it like right here in the screen for you to look at. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think are the best cards in the game, because honestly, I don't really care much for cards, because obviously you guys know that I'm more of a collector when it comes to the characters. But you know what? It is what it is. And then last but not least, this page right here. If it's a little short or cut off in the page or here, it's probably because I didn't want to show the iTunes, but I probably don't care about it. I'll probably put something over it if anything. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much gonna be the end of the video. I have nothing pretty much to talk about. Let's see, we'll take another look at this. So let's see. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like, if I would say the best escape card, of course, Kita-san Black. Best short mouse card. For speed, Biko Pegasus. Leader medium. Better Tokai Teo. I personally like Special Week. So also personal preference, of course. But other than that, guys, I got nothing else to say. I mean, Benkei, I hope this comes to your liking. If not, let me know down in the comments, I guess. But other than that, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what other types of videos you guys want to see. I mean, this is just like the beginning of like me doing different types of videos for Musume, I guess. But as of course the game gets older, the more stuff will come out. So we'll just wait and see. Maybe I'll find a different way to showing this off. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.